All right, hello everybody, and welcome back to another Stormworks build and rescue video. So I remade the sub. I had a video there, I recorded it, the remaking of the sub, and something happened to the video. I was testing the sub, and the game froze, and then it wouldn't let me tab out or nothing. I couldn't do nothing, so I ended up having to force restart the computer and I lost it. Yeah, so in today's video, I'm not sure. We have the subcarrier. There's still a lot of work to be done, even with the subcarrier. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so what I did was I extended the back here. I extended the back here. And I extended the front of the subcarrier. Right, so we'll probably get these rails to go all the way across. Something, something, something. Something, something, something. Something like that. I'm not sure if I want to enclose this area where the sub is, or if I want to leave it open. All I know is I have a lot of builds that are like in various states of completion, and eventually I'll finish them. Maybe around Christmas time, we'll finish them. I'm almost done. Right, we almost have all the vehicles we need. I guess the next part is going to be space. So that'll be the next kind of bit of vehicles that I'll need. And then once we're done with that, we have the airplanes, we got the helicopters, right? I've got all the vehicles that I need to play the game and have fun. So yeah, I'm just not sure. I'll spawn this in, but I'm just not sure if I want to put a roof over it, maybe put a room in there. I'm not sure. Okay. Whoa. That's cool. Now we don't fall down. So yeah, that's the ship. I kind of guessed where it was going to sit, and I didn't adjust it. Miraculously, it is right where the let's see here. It was, yeah, see, it sits just above the water, which is fantastic for me. I mean, obviously these supports below are just temporary, right? Um, yeah, I'm not too sure how I want to attach this new sub to the boat. And then what I did was I increased the fuel capacity. So now we have 2 tanks. So we carry about 300,000 liters of diesel on this vessel. This vessel will make it to the Arctic. And I think that's going to be the plan. This is kind of turning into like the base, the mobile base. The ultimate base. So I'm going to have to spend some time reimagining the tanks here, right? I want to change them into something else. Have a workshop and a few things in here. Like I say, over Christmas, that's what I'll be doing. I'll be focusing on that kind of stuff. Trying to get that working. But yeah, in the meantime, I want to see about securing this submarine. Now, I wasn't sure if I just wanted it to sit. Yeah, you see how I still have a little bit there, a little bit here to clean up, right? Just to make that one piece, and that. Same with over here. Just have to clean that up a little bit. But I wasn't sure if I wanted to make like docking doors underneath that open up and allow the sub to launch. Or if I want to just leave it the way it is. The only issue is like if we hit rough seas, right? It would be a lot easier if it's sitting on the floor. If it's sitting down, say it's sitting on top of magnets, that would be the easiest thing to do, right? In here, and then yeah. Or I could even raise it up still. I can raise it up a bit higher. So those were kind of the two options. Obviously, I'm not quite done with this yet. There's still a few more things to do. It functions. It'll go. It won't mine. The miner isn't hooked up yet, so that has to be hooked up on the sub. But what I could do is I could turn on these connectors, and I could just have them connected to other connectors, which was kind of something I wanted to try. Let's see here. So essentially what I would do is I'll take a cable connector, just like that, and then what I'll do is connect it to the power grid, right? And then somewhere honestly, it could be anyone at this point in time. It could be any one of these winches. They all have power coming off the main ship. So yeah, I could take a cable from the winch and put it in here, and then we have electricity in the sub. And then what I would do is, let's see, I have a button here. This is going to be on a digital screen eventually. And we can do that. I know it's going a bit slow. I apologize if it's kind of... I'm going to look at getting another video card too here at Christmas time, so... That'll make this game a whole lot more fun too. Right, we could turn that on, and this will be connectors. Right, let's save it as a subcarrier. All right, we'll spawn that in. It should be on now when it's spawned in. Yeah, the whole reason I want the uranium is so I can stop buying diesel. Fuel is so expensive, and then that way I can just have money for jet fuel. And I want to try a couple of things. Ooh, it's actually working nice, really fast right now. So these are magnet toggle true. So I'll assume that probably means that, well, you know what? I'm not going to have a way of getting, let's see here. Let's see if it'll stretch. Oh yeah, see, single cable. It's got no problem stretching. Oh, it just can't. Having trouble jumping. Oh, I must have accidentally deleted that one. Are you kidding me? Yeah, see the electrical node going down? So now we're supplying power to the submarine. Perfect. Right, so something like that. It needs to have power to the submarine so that way the magnets can stay connected. That's funny. Oops. Turn that one in. We'll have to hook that one up. Get that one all connected. Yeah, so now it's just a matter of how do I want this to kind of function, right? I can have 2 cranes that come across this way. Let's see here. We have 2 cranes, probably going to be centered. They'll be centered there, maybe. Like that, and then like that. And let's turn this thing on. Let's see if we can line it up center this time. I had it. I was using it to build the crane, and it was like it wasn't center. Where is the arrow? There it is. Is that center? Yeah, that's center there. All right. Yeah, so we could come off of here. And we'll do that. We'll delete this one. And then either we can use the 2. Say something like that. No, I want it to go up, 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 up. Let's see, that might be too high. There we go, something like that. Right, and then we would say something like that, and then we need a connector. And we need a selection grid. Resize the grid here. All right. Let's cut that. Right. So what we want to do is we want to hang this down. Maybe something like that. We'll paste it, and then we'll get another one. Paste that. And then get our cable. And I think we learned last time that we needed to get power to the cable. And then to turn it on, we needed to do that, I'm pretty sure. Then you go into rope, and we'll just connect this here. And it was ridiculously fast. So the other thing I want to do is turn these those where they're already at 1%. Let's say 5. All right, and then let's see. Let's get a C. Oh, and then what we'll do is we'll let's connect these with power here. Get some power going. Is that all we have? Just three main batteries. All right, and now we've got hotkey 1 is going to be up. All right, hotkey 1 is going to be up. And hotkey 2 is going to be down. Down, down. And hotkey 3 is going to be our magnet. What about there? Hotkey 3 will be our magnet. Yeah, once I upgrade my video card, I'll be able to have a lot more screens. I'll be able to digitalize a lot more of this, right? The whole reason why I haven't done that so far is it gets extremely laggy on my old. I just have a GeForce, the 1650. It's held up quite well. I'm surprised with Stormworks. Stormworks can be a pretty intense game, and it's held up. It's right for an older card. It's done quite well. But I mean, there's way better technology out there now when it comes to the gaming. So we'll have to upgrade the shop computer. So yeah, let's see what we can do here. So in theory. I see. Something's wrong. I see something is wrong. Already. That's not going to work. That's going to work. No, we don't want that one. I think that's how we do that. All right, let's try that out. My other hope is that there's keep active blocks all over. My other hope is that we don't despawn when we launch the sub. If we get too far away from this, I don't want to despawn. Well, we'll figure all that out. I mean, whatever. Worst case scenario, we go back to the drawing board again, and oh, I forgot to draw the cables. And we turn this into a helicopter. Oh, cool. So it looks like they are connected. Maybe, maybe not. No, they aren't connected. We turn this into a helicopter. A sub-helicopter, because I think with the medium jet engines, they don't need, they need air. So we'll have to figure something like that out. Oh, let's see here. Ropes. There we go. Now it's all connected. All right. Now I think we can save it. And we'll spawn it in. Yeah, if I can get nuclear power going in these vessels, figure out a burn time, all that sort of stuff, that's going to save It's time. It just takes so much time to get fuel. It's really time consuming. I think even if you have the oil rigs, you still have to transport it and store it. It's fun, don't get me wrong, but it would be nice to have a vessel that doesn't require that. You can just hop in and turn the boiler on and away we go. Try not to melt down. All right, so I think 3, yes. And then so those anchors are on. But these aren't. Did I? All right, I messed something up here. On the sub side. Oh, they probably don't have electricity. I can see that now. So we'll draw electricity from the sub. There we go. Then what I'll do is I'll copy this sub and we'll just stand alone. We'll edit the submarine stand alone and then we'll bring it back into this model. Might have already saved, just making sure. And then I have to connect the diving equipment like we did with the research vessel. I'll need a couple of fresh air tanks in here. Well, we have the room. We definitely have the room with this hull. Oh. It's funny that it only has like they made the, I haven't tested this ship since they changed the water jets. So this one only has 2 water jets on it. I'm pretty sure. Let me see here. I think it only has 2. Yeah. Right? Or our research ship has, and then we have to see if we can still vent into the ocean and all that. Our research ship has 4. So, all right. There we go. All right, and I don't know why we're not able to lift. It might actually be that heavy. I better check to see if it's not. Emerged somewheres. Wow, if it is that heavy, I'm impressed. Right? No, it's its own. It is that heavy. All right, so that means we're not going to be able to lift it out of the water with these winches. So we're actually going to need the huge winch. Holy cow. Yikes. Obviously, I'll have to reimagine these cranes, fix them up. What I plan to do is I plan to go on Google and look at images of cranes and stuff, and just kind of see if I can get a feel for it. See what kind of accessories and stuff that are on there, and then just decorate this one. Wow, this should be it's a bit overkill. Probably just need the one, but we'll Yeah, this is why we need the such a large vessel. Now I am gonna have to turn the speed down to like, let's go 0.1. All right, and then we need to hook this up again. So where's the seat? 1 is going to be up. And 2 is going to be down. And 3 is going to be the connector. All right, and now we still have our save that and spawn this guy in. Well, that certainly adds a bit of weight. Certainly adds some weight to it. Yeah, and I think we're slightly, might have to reduce some weight down below. Let's see here. 1 was up, 2 was down. Wow, even that's not enough to lift it up. Wow. It's that heavy, huh? Holy cow. This could be a problem here trying to do it this way. Unless it's stuck. Oh, I just took some damage. It might actually be stuck on those. Let's see here. The temporary the floor that I built for it. The temporary floor. It might just be, it drops down. It might be stuck on this. So let's see. Let's widen this up a little bit. And let's widen this up a little bit. Let's try that. Now this crane in the middle, I don't want it to slide. I don't want it to slide. And you don't want it to slide because while we're moving, it will slide. Especially with the submarine and everything on there, and it will crash. It will slide and it will crash. It will do lots of things. So you don't want this to be stationary when you're dealing with this much weight. All right, it is not, does not appear to be capable of lifting up the submarine. This could create complexity. So how would we make this work? don't want to adjust the speed. How could we make this work? Maybe the only option is to have it down below. Yeah, that might be the only option. Unless I break these up. I don't really want to do that. Then I have to put more connectors on the submarine. So this is kind of the water line here. And then, how tall is this up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, let's say 15 in total. And what do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh yeah, so we'd have... But the ship will be a lot higher in the water without the weight. Problems. Big problems. I just don't think it can be this high. No, it can't be this high. So when we come back to the ship, yeah, I think docking doors are going to be, unfortunately, are going to have to be the way it goes. The docking doors are going to have to be below the surface of the water, below where this sits here. Let's see if it'll pick it up. Let's see what happens if we do that and then spawn it in. It's such a big vehicle. Let's see. Right, so we would be coming into there basically. Oh yeah, it's kind of... It's trying. Well, that'll work, even if... Whoa. Yes. Yes. So that might be enough to secure it. And then what we would do is we would close the docking doors. Yeah, this is... Bad things are going to happen if we're not careful. Bad things. So then we can close the docking doors. Because it can't be doing this when we're in transit, right? It's going to be jumping up and down, up and down. It's trying to go all the way up, but it can't. So we'll have to let it, like, it's just going to be to secure it. Yeah, that might be that. Just to secure it. Kind of an interesting... So now it's just sitting on top of the water. No, what did I say? One was up, two is down, I think. Two is up. There we go. It's going up now. No, it doesn't have the strength to pick it up. Right. So now it's just holding it. You know, I mean, it's too bad. Spoiling my ideas. Yeah, we'll have to build some docking doors. Just trying to think if there's another way. Right, if I built some doors, it would have to be a door. It would have to be a massive door. I don't think that's going to work either. Kind of an interesting problem. It almost lifted it up. Yeah, maybe if I have more of those. Like if we did that. Let's see here. Let's try this here. Let's try it with. Let's try it as 4 individual one. Because that might also be the problem. Is if we do that and then see, that was partly why the robot failed. Is you see how springy it is? So I suspect what was happening was there was some springiness going on, and it was causing us to like fly far away. All right, so if we do that, and then, oh, that's not going to work because that's going to be right on that door. Oh boy. Can I move these doors temporarily? Something like that, and then get some power here. case. Oh. No, same thing. It's just way too heavy. It's way too heavy. And now it's like a pendulum, right? If it swings into the ship, we are gonna explode. All right, I guess I should count the. I should count what we got here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoops, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. So the water line should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Should be there. Let's see if we can mark that. So I think what we're going to have to do is I'm going to have to do some missions, and I'll have to unlock the docking doors, and we'll have to put some docking doors on top. Oh, we could even use the connectors. Actually, yeah, you know, we're going to use the connectors, I think. Not in this manner, but we're going to do that. I think we're going to do that. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so we're basically right on top of the water line without the weight of this. So now if we consider the weight of that. We're just doing, right now we're just running tests still. Unfortunately, these are the things that you got to do sometimes to make it work. Okay, and then let's just do that. Let's see how that, then it'll be supporting it. Because what I'm thinking is we'll come up out of the water and we will put in some connectors on the ceiling. Yeah, there we go. I just need to make sure that I line it up properly. So now it's sitting there. Should be almost the same. Yeah, hardly any additional displacement by the ship. So what I'll have to do is I'll have to take these connectors, and they'll have to be on top, probably there. Yeah, that's what we're gonna need to do. All right. something like that, and then I guess for now, let's eliminate that one. All right, and now what I need to do is take the selection grid, clear the content, and resize this. I think that's all of it. I don't want there to be any holes in it. Let's see. Make sure there's no holes in it. Oh yeah, like the back there. Missing part of the back. Make sure we got all of it. Otherwise it'll sink. We don't want it to sink. All right, and then we can just go move, cut. Right, and what I need to do is that. So we're on the bottom. And then what I would need to do is take these connectors here. Let's see. All right, if we do that, it is kind of, all right, let's just paste this in. This is kind of dangerous what I'm doing. Right, we'll do that. Right, so in space, these would be docking doors, and we would just be docking with wherever we're docking. So then what I would do is that'll work. Like that. All right, and then let's connect these with, take one of the batteries. And then the other part is like, well, how do you get out of, in and out of the submarine, right? We'll have to have a door here. One thing at a time. All right, so let's put a button on here. We'll still use the, what's going on here? Let's see. Number 4, and that's going to be the magnet. 1, 2. Because I can leave these on always, I think. Let's test this. Let's see. So number 4, it's going to be sub-magnets, and oh, I can't. Okay, never mind. That's not going to work. Has to be a toggle switch, and it has to be on, right? Such a big ship. right? And then has to be on. Something like that. All right, let's save that because you never know when you spawn it in, it might explode. Let's see what happens here. Ooh, I heard those connectors. That's nice. Oh, I missed something. Yeah, we're a lot higher off the water too, so that's good. Cool. So now it's sitting in there. And it's attached. Ooh, that I like. Right, and we're just, I think we're equal with the bottom of the, so let's see here. Make it daytime. So if I do put a door on the bottom, it'll have to be like a deep water. Oh, I can hear a faint siren too. It'll have to be like a deep water launch because the door is going to have to be so big, right? It's going to have to span the width of the ship. I can't have two. Otherwise, with the airlock system, you have to have a beam across the center. I'll just let this wave hit us. I don't know where it is. Let's see here. Let's see how it sits. It's laggy probably because of the wave. The wave coming in. It's coming to wipe me out. Yeah, I think there's just a little, I'll have to eliminate some of the weight on that side. Right, so here we are on the bottom, and we're kind of pretty much flush with the bottom of the ship. Yeah, we are. We're pretty much flush with the bottom of the ship. So that's how that's going to have to work. I could just launch it from there. So now what I need to do inside the sub is I need to build a room that's going to allow me to get in and out of the sub. That it's okay if it floods. And that'll have to be, I'll have to put a new door in the looks like in the front there. Well, actually here it doesn't matter. I can change the location of the connectors. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I can hear the siren coming. Don't know what it is. Likely a wave. Yeah, nice. Okay, well that solves that. And now we have a floor here that, wow, who knows? I'll have to figure something out. I'll have to figure something over that now. Cool. Yeah. We can save that as a subcarrier. buoyancy, I guess. It just adds buoyancy to the sub. Yeah, so now I'll have to have a room. I'll figure it out. Well, I'll have to, I'm going to spend a little bit of time here just sort of thinking about how this is going to work. I'm going to change the location of these. And then somewhere in the vessel, we're going to need a prep room. I mean, it could even be right up above a prep room. And then I could just have I could just have a hatch that comes down, right? See, if I had docking doors, then I could have a docking door in here that I could open up into the ship. And then I wouldn't have to worry about it flooding on the inside because they're magnetic as well. It's the same thing as these connectors here. So instead of using these connectors, I could use a docking door, and then I could directly access the vehicle. But I don't have docking doors unlocked. So maybe I'll just run a couple of missions here and get docking doors, and that would be the easiest solution. I do want to keep these connectors. I would hate to lose the sub, which is kind of the other unknown of what all this is. That we can, let's see, we can, that's up 1 square. That's as high as we can go. So the other unknown is that right. If I hit a tsunami, I shouldn't lose it. I should be okay with those connectors on there. 4 of them are pretty strong. Yeah, all right, so now we just have to make a go of it. I guess I'll get rid of this. I can get rid of this, and this could probably stay open. Right now it's kind of a flood hazard. I should put a roof on it. Let's see if we could do something like that. And that means just another area of all the areas that are in the ship. Just another area that we'll have to figure out. Right, so now if I spawn that in, it should lift up even higher. Reduced a lot of lag though with this ship. This ship was really laggy. Look, it's nice and fast. I got my smaller ships are a lot laggier than this. Oh, okay, there's the wave there. Well, let's do a test. Why not, right? Why not? Let's see what happens. It's gonna throw me out that way, and then we'll just see if we lose the sub. Very cool. Very cool. I like it. It's so deep. It's so deep. Yeah, so I'll have to figure something out. I'll have to. Now we need to finish this ship. But this is kind of turning into like the ultimate sort of little base now. It's got a. And then the other thing is, how do we get the uranium off? How do we get the uranium off of this, right? So it's got the hopper there. So that's kind of the next. A few things that I need to figure out. How do we get the uranium off? This would be really expensive if I can't, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm sure there's a way. I'm sure there's a way. But we're right on the bottom of this. That's why I'm trying to convince myself that it's worth it to build a giant a giant door on the bottom of this ship. Well, now that I have this closed, yeah, we can always raise this up. I can always raise this up. I think that's what I know. I'm just looking at it and I'm thinking. Because I can come right up to sea level. I still have a lot of room to go up. I think that's what we're going to have to do. This is a bit too low. We'll have to come in underneath. Yeah. It's either that or I add like another 5 or 6 connectors down the side here on the ballasts. And I just try and use more of the heavy winches to try and pull it out of the water. All right, well, anyways, I think we'll end it here. That was an awesome test. I got the submarine kind of mounted. The submarine's not complete. I still have to go back through and connect it. That'll be the next video. Connecting it, adding all the stuff to it. And then the video after that, we'll see what I can do to figure out these problems. We need to figure out how to unload the uranium, and we need to figure out how to store the ship if we want it to be higher. Now that we have a little chamber here, if we want it to be higher in this chamber, which is probably what we're gonna do. Yeah. I need the hopper to be out of the water in order to get the uranium off the vessels. So I still have to do some testing. Maybe we're going to have to add the heavy winches on the walls here, a bunch of them, and I'm going to have to add connectors down the sides. But that'll be for the next video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for liking. Thanks for subscribing. And we will see you in the next one.